Hello there everyone and welcome back. I have finally declared war on Meklar, and while I still have the mess with the Klackon to deal with them only have like a single fleet there at currently, one that I can easily overpower, they should no longer be a threat. The Meklar on the other hand, there is a risk of being overextended, being spread out a little bit too much, so I need to make some real good defensive postures and start chipping away at these outer worlds. Because really, in the end of the day, I'm just really declaring war on the Meklar because I'm sick and tired of how long their turns are. Really, that is the only reason, right? Among other things. Nonetheless, let's continue with my building, get everything rebuilt, get defenses underway, get a battle station for good measure. And let's see, your rich world, is there any other production I can do for you? It does not look like it. So you're going to spend 30 turns to build a phoenix. Probably not the most effective use, but gotta start replenishing the titans I'm eventually going to lose, I think. And Nortes. Oh, I was worried about Nortes being overpolluted, and apparently that's not an issue at all. Because they just finished their, they just finished the core waste dump, so that's not an issue at all. Ultra-rich world, it's barren, so terraforming could be useful, but let's get this infrastructure all set up, shall we? Because yeah, now that it's fully developed, it's basically going to be giving me a massive amount of production there. Although food is stagnating a little bit, so maybe is there a way I can increase that some? Just a little bit, maybe. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this one striker onto food there, and that'll help with growth some. At least that way it can quickly get itself populated, and maybe I can consider getting a terraform some to help get more population on that world. That would be the hope anyway. SKO Prime. Let's see. Don't know what to do with you. You're way in the back there, so I don't think you're going to do a whole lot. And actually, let's get your morale up, because you seem to be rioting quite a bit. So if I can fix that, get more out of you, especially with the fact I'm taking workers off that, let's get more value. It's the name of the game. So in 3 turns, that should be corrected. Well, close, but not quite. So it depends on how it's rounded down. Because with 14 population and 95 happiness, I should be fine, you would think. You would think, and there's a bunch of troop transports I'm not liking so much here. Not liking so much, let's deal with that. Russia Hawk. Hunt them down, shoot them down, and then this area will be completely clear, without a doubt. Although now I'm getting harassed by even more production queues. Like I was saying last episode about how they were all conspiring against me to all jump at me at one time. All the worlds that need infrastructure. Apparently, all the Cylon worlds are doing that now. It's the second wave, the second coming. The little hobbits, I couldn't see them coming, so they snuck up on me while I was busy dealing with my home world, my home territory's production list. Nonetheless, morale will be pretty good next turn. It's fully populated, so you're just rioting. So can I get away with one worker? Yes, I can. They're in good shape. Although, what is it? They're apparently starving. Oh, this is a different planet. That explains it. That should fix it some. Although, let me grab the right worker. And what else do I want to grab? Core waste dump's not needed. So let's try and get something more useful. Although 90 turns on anything is going to be a pain in the ass. And I don't know if I want to rush anything just yet. And come to think of it, how the hell? Let's see, it just straight up says it removes gravity penalties, so I was gonna ask, considering Cylons are a low gravity type of race and Klackons are normal, how that would affect the 2 different races on that planet. I don't think I have to worry about that. At least as far as the wording is concerned. So, with my spies now, I'm at the point where if my spies get caught, they're gonna just die. More than likely. And I have a fancy military outpost here, but an extra frigate. Well, that's not even my world. For some reason, I was clicking on that thinking that was the planet I had colonized. Nope, not the case. Not the case at all, so... Is it possible? It's possible to rush an Eagle to help deal with that. We'll rush the Eagle with its new disruptors, and maybe that'll scare off that fleet. Because now I have Cestus, and I have to decide which way I want to go, which is probably going to be going to face off with the fleet down here. They can attack Altair Prime, so should I consider splitting up my fleet? Because I got nothing but Titans and battleships at this point, so I'm just trying to calculate how quickly I can get down here. So 2, 3, 4, and that will take me 5 turns, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, I'm not going to do it. Not unless I want to spread out, so we'll get these battleships moving on out, because I want to believe a Titan could easily deal with some military outposts. I think it's safe to say it's just not going to be potent enough to deal with that fleet. Now, let's try not to rush another troop transport. That would be kind of nice. I don't want to spend another 250 billion. If at all possible. So, what do we have here? Barely noticeable fleet. The Titans have joined up together. So I need to be mindful of that. And I need troop transports. Do I have any troop transports here at all? Not at all, so I'm going to have to rush some troop transports up here. This one I can feel good about rushing. Whereas opposed to before, on my main worlds, it's not needed. It costs a little bit more, mind you, but I'm okay with that. I can live with that. Let's just get 2 built so I can conquer 2 of these planets and start the conquest that is to come. Although I do need to be careful of a Meklar fleet in my back door. Although with the Klackon outpost in the way, maybe that's not an issue. And also I have the planets up here that are at risk. But I'm also rebuilding a fleet, so it's not too terrible just yet, but I need to be mindful that I don't have a fleet up here anymore to kind of do the backdoor maneuver I was planning. And I'm also broke, so I can't rush anything else, so keep the construction going. We're actually going to get rid of this auto lab for the time being and try and get more ships built up here. Preferably not 2 Griffins, actually. A little bit long, so we'll build an Eagle, a Griffin, start getting a formidable fleet set up. And I have a sensor array down here, which sees pretty much everything. So I think we're good, and down here is a destroyer. A single destroyer, not a huge threat. Not a huge threat at all, especially with my Eagle being built. Or no, I built a frigate. Although even then, there's still plenty of battle stations and even star fortresses, so I'm in the clear. Just keep these fleets moving out. And once I start destroying portions of the Meklar fleet, things will go a lot faster, without a doubt. And when I start conquering the planets, then we can focus more on me and less on watching them. Although they are really damn spread out, so they still got a formidable fleet. Without a doubt. I'm just wondering if the Sakura can deal with that Titan. Because for some reason it doesn't want to attack Grumium Prime. I'm not sure why. I don't see any indication it has its defenses there, because it's going back the way it came towards Celtig. So I'm wondering what on earth the Sakura up to. Okay, Flupius Prime is being invaded, so that's fine. At least the Barassi are pulling their weight. I just gotta make sure I deal with the Klackons, so maybe the Barassi are gonna be willing to go to war as well with the Meklar. Because right now I'm kind of fighting on my own a little bit. And I'm not even gonna ask to see if they're gonna go to war, because I seriously doubt they will with their efforts focused on the Klackons right now. Unless I make them persuade them to go to consider peace with the Klackons. That might be the only thing I could think of, but that's going to be even more expensive to persuade them to have peace with the Klackons and then immediately go to war with the Meklar afterwards. So let's see, bombers are coming. Well, potentially. They may be too afraid to deal with the advanced military outpost, though. Meklar is still infesting heavily, that's fine. Economic victory condition doesn't even matter at this point. Yeah, okay, stop freezing on me. We know there's a battle going on. Wow. You could have gone for Grumian Prime, and now you go all the way back to the waiting arms of this fleet, which sadly is still not powerful enough to deal with you, without the Star Fortress or battle station they have, so... Ooh, trade's been done, so let's start putting that to use, shall we? And Magnus Prime's starting to get polluted a little bit. Can I get a core waste dump? Or do I want to just go for an atmospheric renewer? Atmospheric renewer and then the core waste dump, maybe? I like to continue developing everything else. Especially if I can get to HoloSim and just improve morale and income. Considering this is all getting doubled, basically, at this point, due to my new finance structure, which I can't even remember what it's called, considering I only had to build it once. So, 4,000 billion credits, I like it. Do I have to give him more money to trade more? Probably. Well, 725 billion credits, I could trade. Let's see. Never mind. Never mind, they need a bunch of money. So how much do I have to give them? I have enough. So we're going to give them 550. Offer that, give it away. So we can get the trade tree to make up for it. At least they're fast, because they don't have all the Barassi stuff. Or at least they're not the Barassi that take forever. And none of their tech, sadly, are any use, so... Can I just give them one free tech that might be useful? Something simple, though. It would have to be basic and simple. Shield capacitors could do it, right? I'll just give that to them. That should help with their durability some, with their fleet. I don't think Battle Station's going to have it, but... Got trade going on there. What about Barassi? Is trade still going? Yep, and Darlocks are still trading. So, still working out well for me. Without a doubt. Now, what's next on the agenda? Really? Build up the fleet here, be ready for anything. Even with battle stations, and do I have any star fortresses? No, I just have a basic star base, so that could be improved up there. But that system, that series of systems is still vulnerable. Alright, Destroyer. You are going to destroy the scout here quickly. We don't need them spying on us. Need to be ready for this fleet here, that's still dangerous. We got frigates, we got star fortresses, so this could be an issue. How much can I pull away? I got tons of stuff. So the question is, how much do I want to get away with? Do I have a... Where's my second Titan? I'm pretty certain I have more Titans. Oh, there it is. Phoenix. I saw in this mess. I know I saw it. I don't know where you are, but I saw it. I just want to deploy my 2 Phoenixes. And as it stands now, I might as well just send 2 Griffins to go with it. But now I'm having a hard time finding out. There's my second Phoenix. There's the third one. Eesh, making it difficult for me, stupid thing. Is there a way I can maybe filter it? Organize it? I'm not seeing options, so... What dictates the organization in that case? I'm wondering. Either way, I know I have 2 Phoenixes somewhere down here. I just gotta find them. Oh, this is gonna be fun. There we go. 2 Phoenixes. You're going over there. And let's see. You are rest going to Wasna 3. So, let's crush the defenses and hope to... Yeah. I have a huge advantage. Even with a Star Fortress. And with my passive repair research, they're going to be fully operational in no time. Let's start crushing the Klackons. Destroy their infrastructure. Destroy everything that gets in the way. Also, be mindful of stupid Achilles targeting systems, since now I'm made aware of that because of the dang Klackons. Time-based auto pause. Huh, interesting. Star Fortress gone. Bombers doing nothing. Activate the shields, although it's not needed now. I would have liked it better for a Star Fortress, but not much I could do about it when it's on force cooldown. And watch that cruiser melt. Nice, simple. That's only the beginning, though, folks. We're gonna wipe out this entire colony. Well, this entire system of defenses. And have 2 troop transports ready to conquer. In fact, why not get a 3rd one rushed up quickly? Since I have the money for it, actually. This one's a little more defended, but 2 Titans can deal with that, right? And they still got a cruiser defending. How cute. It's not even gonna make it to stations before they get wiped out off the face of the earth. I should go for a Star Fortress first, because it's got the most firepower, right? Safe to say, it's melting. The gauze cans alone almost nearly killed it. Now, if there was a way I can... Well, I could turn off autocast. I don't know how to turn off. Because I'm trying to right-click it to turn off autocast, but I'm... apparently it's not doing anything, so clearly the text is lying to me, I want to say. Unless it's another key for the autocast. Only thing I can think of. And that thing just straight up died to gauze cannons. I didn't even need to fire a single torpedo. That's how pitiful that dang cruiser was. And last but not least, the rest of the fleet. And this is just going to be simple as hell. But we get to admire all the little ships in it that I have at my disposal. Look at it. Just look at it as they go off battle against nothing. Go off against nothing, whatever the hell I was trying to say before. I do need to be careful about losing frigates. Those Star Fortresses could do some damage if it focuses them down. Now, is there any way I can pulsar it? Not with destroyers anyway, the frigates are too far away. Just hope it can do its work with the point defenses anyway. Now everything go, unload! Come on, tell me pulsars you can work. There, that worked. No missiles for you. You are sorely countered. That would be amazing if I didn't lose a single frigate. As pointless as it would be, it helps with my attrition at least. I can't even... Okay, there. Nothing died. Nothing to note. I don't even think 155 damage is enough to even kill a frigate at this point. And I don't want to bomb the colony. I want to take it so I can use it for bigger and better things. I'm going to avoid bombing for now. Although Pindara... Let's rush some more troop transports. That's always a good idea, right? Put those worlds to good use. At the very least, it can stall for me if they do get under attack. It'll delay any pushes that they may make. And let's see, make your way troop transport to Wazna. We should be safe here, although Barassi don't quite have the firepower to really deter the 2 Titans that the Klackons have, but it does still protect my back door as I do this push, so that's still a plus. Omicron 2. The Meklar are furious. There's the 1 destroyer. They're sending more ships, more defenses out, so I think my focus is rushing defenses here as much as possible. I think that's fair. I just gotta save up money strictly for that, at least the combat. And also Milf Prime is also vulnerable because of the Sung pathway. So if I can get any decent ships over here, that'd be good. So cruisers are being built. They'll be relatively cheap. Let's see, we got an Eagle over here. And 3 battleships. So, where do I want to send everything? The Phoenix should be fine attacking through these outposts. Because there's like almost nothing here, it's just the risk of running into that Earth fleet. And I should be able to auto-resolve, right? It's easily going to repair that damage, not an issue at all. And troop transport's going to go over there. Cessus, you need to prepare your production. So let's get another Griffin going. Oh, that's an Emu. I just think the Emu is kind of inferior at the moment. Just a little bit. At least statistically, that's what it tells me, is that the Griffin's better stat-wise than what the Emu has. Not to mention the fact I use the Emu more to tank damage, soak damage on a defensive front. With the extra armor and hull I gave it. So that was the reason. Oh, perfect. Troop transports. It was nice knowing you. You didn't see this coming, did you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They even did one by one for me. All the troop transports are gone. So there goes any evasion attempts that they may have. And we're looking good. I just gotta keep a sharp eye out on all my outer planets. I think it's safe to say the Meklar region is safe from any Meklar attack except down in Blucher, which has absolutely nothing there, and Barothi are kind of in the way to at least snipe off some of them, because that's what they've been doing. They've been shooting down good portions of the Meklar fleet, so that should be on lockdown. Let's see, Cessus is of course vulnerable, because of the main path here, but it's also my main production world with a Star Fortress. Well, it's almost got a Star Fortress built that can rush at any time, so that's not an issue. Omicron and Milif are at risk currently, and then my Massive Armada are kind of like the most direct route to their homeworld, so you think that would be the most intimidating if they're worried about an attack. You would think. And then up here in Gazelle could be at risk, but at the moment there's only space factories. So any ships that they build are the only defenses they have. And then of course there's the Titan over here in the middle of Sakra space, but they're nowhere near my planets at the moment. And I'm pretty certain they're more interested in dealing with Sakra. At least at the moment. Unless they declared peace and I wasn't paying attention, that would be the exception. Which in the end, I already did my job of saving the Sakra, being a true friend and ally. Not much of an ally because I let them lose their entire civilization when they were like the largest empire in the game. But there's what I'm talking about. Barothi are kind of clean up for me down in that region. Down near Mentar space. So we're fine down there. And a lot of ships are moving up here, but I don't think I've seen anything massive to really worry about. But if they have time to build up and rally, then there could be a fleet to worry about. And speaking of which, what are the Klackons doing down here? What kind of fleet is this? Because I know there's at least one Titan that held back, but is there a Titan here, or is this everything else? Once the turn ends, I'll know, but let's watch to see what the Meklar do. Because it looks like they're too afraid to bite the bullet to come attack the outpost in Omicron. At least that's what it's looking like, but it's still their turn, so they could decide last moment to fix that. Okay, Meklar infested heavily. They're still infesting heavily, not that I care. Not that I really care, I'm just waiting. It's going to trigger the economic victory at some point, right? And for some reason, they're not even attacking any of the planets. They completely... Maybe it's oh, what's this?
Galactic News Network.
A major breakthrough in science.
Leaps forward in the galaxy, thanks to a new discovery by Alkari scientists.
Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. That doesn't tell me anything. I was hoping it would tell me a planet. A major breakthrough in science. Okay, so what exactly was that from? I'm honestly not sure. Let's upgrade the Emu. Although I'm probably not going to build any more of them, and upgrade the Titan. Although heavy mounts is probably going to keep the heavy mounts, is it? I should replace the heavy mounts altogether. What is the range anyway? 60 unit range and then heavy mounts. It only... Wait, why am I not seeing a range on here? Just damage? Oh, just because it goes down. Alright, never mind. Nobody panic. So... How many can I get away with? Do I want 2 broadsides? Can I get some broadsides? Wow, I can't even get 3 broadside type of disruptors. That seems odd. Oh well, extra firepower. Maybe not really, since they're not heavy mounts, but still. I'm okay with this. And what else in the upgrades? The Griffin does. So, let's get rid of the heavy mount. Actually, let me make sure that's broadside weaponry, so let's change this to be regular front firing weapons. So 9 of them is pretty good. Range is limited just a tiny bit, but still pretty damn potent.
Welcome, Your Highness. What wisdom do you seek?
So why was it telling me I had a major breakthrough? Is this planetary barrier shield? I don't quite get that. If it was like the science victory condition, that'd be a different story. Ooh, class 10 shields, I love it. Phasing cloak, that can be useful. And modifications disruptors I like. I don't quite understand what that was for. But building a Doomstar sounds fun. Let's bring up our A game, because I have not seen a single Doomstar period. So why not be the first, huh? Before we wipe the Meklar off the face of the universe. Or at least the galaxy, because God knows where they're at now with their higher plane of existence. Alright, so nonetheless, let's see. Security network. No one's been spying on me, so that's not really an issue. And what else do I need? Not really a whole lot. Deep core mine probably be good. And also, can I pull people off food? Not just the one. Better than nothing, I guess. So, I still don't know what that indication was about breakthrough in technology. But it means something positive, right? Does it say anywhere? Doesn't look like it. Not from my perspective, at least.